Hello and welcome to another video. Today we're going to be working on the track car, which if you watch the last video now know he's called Yobbo because of the number plate. So he's patiently waiting there to come in. Project oh no is now, as you would have seen in the last video, a roller, but the brakes are not on. If you watch the last video you'll once again know. So what I'm going to do is roll this one out, get Yobbo in, and we're going to change the suspension and put in the mountain springs on. But I've also got a problem with the strut, which we'll discuss when we get the car in. So let's get on with it. Welcome to part 15 of working on Yobbo, the Crash Fiesta. Right, so firstly, if we think back to when I had the tracking done, a couple of things from then. First is, I said I was going to be putting coilovers on it, which I am, but at the moment I just haven't got the money, so I got to save up for them. Or I could feel like a sponging kit and say, have a look in the description below and donate me some money on PayPal. That'd be pretty spongy, wouldn't it? There you are. If you want to do it, you can do it. I won't say no. Anyway. The other thing is, remember when this side had 2 degrees of camber? I was suspicious then the strut is bent. I'm really suspicious it's bent now because there's a creaking noise when I turn the wheel, which I've had from the start. I kind of thought it was on the steering column, just some bush creaking or something. But when I went up to pumaspeed, I was having to listen on that day because it got worse. And it's definitely coming from the suspension area. I'm not sure if it's the top mount, because when you open the bonnet it doesn't sound like it's coming from there, it sounds like it's coming from in there, so I got a funny feeling it's the, possibly this is what I think, the tube, the strut in, the piston in the strut, I think that might be bent, and as it's going up and down and as I'm turning the wheel it's causing some kind of creak. I don't know, but we're going to look at it. I've got a replacement strut there, we'll whack the mountain springs on now, so that's what we'll do. We'll jack him up now. I'll see if I can get the sound diagnosed and I will show you exactly what's happening. You know what, when I'm working on this car I look at it and I think I want to pinch myself sometimes and think how lucky I am. Now that might sound sad to some of you, it's only a Fiesta, but to have this as my track toy I do feel very grateful. And for pumaspeed sponsoring me. If it wasn't for them and their sponsorship I'd never have the parts on this car they've got at the moment. So thank you very much pumaspeed, and thank you lot for watching the videos too, because that helps with a bit of YouTube revenue, so keep it up. Right, something I've been asked quite a few times is, where do you put your axle stands? Well, I put either on the subframe here or just back there. You can see the structural chassis rail runs through, you can put it on there. I like to put it on the subframe myself because I think it's quite a strong part of the car, so that is what I'm going to do. Right, so I'm trying to replicate the noise. I can't hear it with free loading on the suspension, so I've jacked it up to add some weight, but I still can't find it. Turn it again now. I cannot get it to do the noise. Now I'm going to try a bit more jacking pressure on it. Stop a minute. Can you hear that? That is it. It's coming up from up there somewhere. See the top mount or the spindle. Let's have a listen up the top. Yeah. Somewhere on that strut. It's up there somewhere. Either way, it's got to come off. Could just be the top mount, but we'll have a look when we get him off. So with it off, I can't see anything obviously wrong with it. It could just be the top mount creaking, but what I'm going to do, I don't need to faff for this. I can stick my mountune spring on the other strut, but just for curiosity's sake, I'm going to pop the top off, get the spring off, and just see if the piston is bent, just to put my mind at ease. Right, now I've undone these like this before, so don't worry. People might be thinking I'm going to die with the spring coming off, but there's really isn't hardly any tension on these, so don't sweat it. I think we might have found it. That is ruined. Well, at least we know what's causing it now anyway. Top mount's disintegrated. I think the strut is actually fine. We'll save that in case we need it in future. So this is the replacement strut I've got. It's a bit dirtier and a little bit crustier than that one, but like I say, we go coil over soon enough, so I don't matter. I'm going to check his top mount. It's definitely a lot more rust there. I think it's just been standing in some rain. Perhaps I'll do a mix and match some parts. So these are the mountune springs that are going to go on. These were on my car for the daily for a good 6 months or more, and I know people say, oh, mountune springs rust terrible. Well, maybe they take a bit longer, but I got no, well, actually a tiny bit there. Tell a lie, there is a little bit, but overall they're not rotten like what most people make out. Maybe this batch is better quality or something. Anyway, let's get them on. So that top mount is sound in there. What I'm going to do, I'm going to use that one, and then is it's a bit cleaner and nicer. We'll use that off the other one. Mix and match, baby. Voila! One done, ready to go back on. Right, so that is it, strut is on. Now if you want to change your own suspension, this is pretty easy to be honest. So you've got a 15mm Netlany drop link, 10mm bolt on your brake line to undo there, pop off the sensor wire there, two 18mm, 15mm. Up the top then you've got your 3 bolts and they're all 13mm. It's really simple. So one side done. I'm not going to film the other side, just pretty much exactly the same. After that then we'll get the backs on. Right, both the fronts are done. All I've got to do now is the back springs, and what I was thinking was to make this more interesting and see how fast I can do it. The back ones are really simple, so I'm going to set the camera somewhere down by start a timer, and I'm going to see if I can do it in 10 minutes. Right, I am ready to go. Start the clock now. done. I'm looking at the timer on there now, so that is 6 minutes just over for the back springs done. Can't fault that, can you? Happy with that. Right, I'm gonna catch my breath, give me a minute. Okay, I'm all done. That is it. Let's have a quick look around. I think it needs to just be driven to settle a bit more, but it looks a lot better. If you want to know more, see more what they look like, what they drive like, I did a fit when these were on the daily going back a couple of months ago, so I'll probably put a link somewhere for that. So go and have a look at that. I took it for a mountain run, give my opinion on what I thought on the springs. But for now, he's coming out, he's come back in, and that's the end of this video. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate everything you do. See you on the next one. Bye.